attention to. Navigation. This is season 1, episode 5. I'm your host, Ieshia Jordan.
And I'm your host, JzeTai Briel Elliott. We've been rocking it out on the show, having a great time, going to comedy shows such as Mike Miller.
We've also had some serious moments as well. We gave you a brief history on Lake Lanier and talked with Ted Hall and April V about domestic violence.
Domestic violence is definitely an emotional, mental, and physical roller coaster. There's a lot of people that are going through it and are very silent about it. But you definitely want to pay attention to your friends for signs and things of that nature to see if they're going through domestic violence and see if you can help them out.
Let's talk COVID-19. This pandemic has taken so many lives and people are still dying. Make sure you take the proper precautions, wash your hands, stay 6 feet apart, wear your masks in public, and please sanitize everything.
With the new strand and increasing numbers, we need to take extra precautions when we're going outside. Be mindful of when you're placing your hands after you've touched the object. Make sure you're not touching your eyes and your face when you're walking into buildings and doors and things of that nature. So let's head on to commercial so that we can get used to it.
Get to business.
Man, I need a proper team, man. I need a proper team.
No.
Mr. Keon Oldesby.
Dude, don't move! Hands up!
We don't hold my ass!
Heavy.
You on the road first murder, protect the rock! I don't want to see you throw your life away in the streets, man.
Welcome back to Supa Navigation. I am your host, JzeTai Briel Elliott.
And I'm your host, Ieshia Jordan.
On today's segment, we'll be talking about filming. We define filming as the act of making a film and film production, which includes acting, directing, producing, and camera shots.
Examples of that would be documentaries, live TV, animation, and web series such as this show, Circle Navigation.
We had the opportunity to go behind the scenes of the production of the new film, Bandit, starring Bruce Willis.
Now let's go behind the scenes and take a look.
Hey, my name is April Boppius. I'm reporting live for Circle Navigation. We're out here navigating.
Welcome back from commercial break. This is Circle Navigation, Season 1, Episode 5. I am your host, Ieshia Jordan. Now that we're back from behind the scenes of the new movie Bandit, starring Bruce Willis and Mel Gibson, let's jump into health and wellness with Zach Brown.
Get big, baby. It's all about getting big in here. You in the gym, don't play around. Take it serious.
Make sure we sanitize this thing. Don't get no vibe.
Championship mindset, baby. Championship mindset. Go hard or go home.
Go hard or go home.
My name is Zachary Brown, and this is Circle Navigation.
Welcome back to Circle Navigation, episode 5. I am your host, Ieshia, and I am now accompanied by one of my co-hosts.
I'm April V. How you doing? Today we're talking about health and wellness, and we had the opportunity to meet with Zach Brown at Destiny Fitness. We just left from there, and man, was he doing a workout.
That one is a little rigorous for me. If you're anything like me, a light walk or a jog will do just fine.
Yes, he made it look very easy, and so you don't have to go buy the books and have that exact workout.
Right.
Any kind of cardio, walking, any kind of exercise is good for the body.
Right, and let's not forget, you must eat healthy.
Yes.
And just be the best you that you can be.
As long as you stay active, motivated, you will eventually get to where you can do a workout like Zach did yesterday at Destiny Fitness.
Right. And that concludes the health and wellness segment of the day with Zach Brown.
And now it's time for our trivia question of the day. So, on May 23rd, 1918, the lynch mob took an African-American male named James Cobb from which Southwest Georgia County jail for the alleged slaying of a Caucasian farmer's wife? Is it going to be A, Tifton, B, Valdosta,
C, Albany, or D, Cordeo?
Before we give you the answer, first we need to hear from our sponsors. And let's not forget to give a special thanks out to Aaron Thompson and Jason Oliver with Coca-Cola Bottling Company United of Tifton for their in-kind donation, and the banner for the community outreach program, Back to School, Stock the Staff. With the uprising number in COVID cases within our community, many families were displaced and also experiencing financial hardships. Our youth is our future, and without these needed supplies, it would be inevitable for their future. It wouldn't be possible without our sponsors, so thank you again for all the support, for we are all in this together. Welcome back to Circle Navigation. Before the break, we left you with a trivia question. Ieshia?
And that question is, on May 23rd, 1918, the lynch mob took an African-American male by the name of James Cobb from which Southwest County jail for the alleged slaying of a Caucasian farmer's wife? Is it A, Tifton, B, Valdosta?
Is it C, Albany, or D, Cordell? If you guess D, Cordell, you're absolutely correct.
When somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a bitch off the field right now, out, he's fired. He's fired!
You have owned owners. They own you. They own everything. And they own all the big all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They got you by the balls. They don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking. They don't want well-informed, well-educated people capable of critical thinking. They're not interested in that. That doesn't help them. That's against their interest. That's right. You know something? They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table to figure out how badly they're getting fucked by a system that threw them overboard 30 fucking years ago. They don't want that. You know what they want? They want obedient workers. Obedient workers. Good, honest, hard-working people. White collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on. Good.
Telecommunications is the transmission of information by various types of technologies over wire, radio, optical, or other electromagnetic systems. To help us with this topic, we have the legendary DJ Dwayne.
Hey, it's your man Cosmin Barnum, aka DJ Dwayne, and welcome to Circle Navigation. So I started off in radio back in the early 2000s at a local radio station called Hot 106 FM. I think it might have been like 60,000 watts at the time, but honestly, in the numbers, we beat WJIZ, which was the powerhouse at the time with 100,000 watts. So it was a different type of hunger, honestly, though, because, you know, coming from an area where it's poverty everywhere, you know what I mean? Like, even the middle class is still struggling, trying to, you know, make ends meet. And for young people to see another avenue other than football or college, to be able to make money and feed their families, you know, you had a lot of people that had talent and didn't know what to do with it, started to hit the studios, make songs, and then, you know, of course, once you do that, back then we didn't have the internet or like YouTube music or anything. It was just straight up, if it wasn't on the radio or if it wasn't in the clubs, then, you know, MTV was a shot in the dark. That was never gonna happen, just because in order to move to those types of media outlets, you had to either have some type of backing from some type of major machine or have some generational wealth to cover the expense. This is Cosmin Barnum, aka DJ Dwayne. You watch the Circle Navigation.
Circle Navigation. I'm your host, Ieshia Jordan. On the last episode, we talked about Frenchtown and the Frenchtown Rising. We also talked about the gentrification of Frenchtown. You guys, this is season 6. That means we're over the halfway mark, and I'm so excited. With that being said, I'm about to pass the mic to JzeTai for COVID safety.
Thank you for the introduction, Ieshia. I am your host, JzeTai Briel Elliott. Now let's get into our COVID safety segment. As a recent COVID survivor, I definitely urge everybody to follow your precautions, like washing your hands, wearing your mask, and sanitizing everything that you can possibly sanitize. Just be aware of where you're putting your hands when you're putting them on your face, when you're touching your body, and when you're touching everything else also. Just make sure you're washing those hands most definitely. Some of the symptoms I did have was the loss of taste. I wasn't able to smell anything. I also wasn't able to really move how I wanted to because my body was sore. Another thing that was very prominent was the congestion. So I definitely can see how that can cause breathing problems when you are a survivor of COVID or getting COVID. I am JzeTai Briel Elliott, and that is our COVID segment. Now let's go into commercial break and get these bills paid.
Get to the business.
Man, I need a proper team, man. I need a proper team.
No.
Mr. Keon Oldstein. Dude, don't move! Hands up! Be up, hold my ass!
Heavy.
You have no right to first money and protect the rock.
I don't want to see you throw your life away in the streets, man.
Welcome back from commercial break. This is Circle Navigation, Season 1, Episode 6. I am your host, Ieshia Jordan.
And I'm your host, JzeTai Briel Elliott.
This part of the show is called Dine and Design, where we talk about food and fashion.
Food and fashion has been a very big part of the Black community for a very long time. We use food to bring together our families and our friends and things of that nature.
And you know we have to look good doing it. This goes back generations and generations with our grandparents and great-grandparents when everybody would get together in their Sunday best and sit around the table and eat soul food.
Now that we have elaborated on food and fashion, we would like to bring out our special guest, Miss Tìa Moños. Welcome to our show, Circle Navigation. So, Miss Tìa, tell us about yourself and about your brand.
I am the owner of Bow & Company, where I represent plus-size women apparel. We represent body positivity. I'm also well known for my hair bows and my custom apparel.
And with body shaming at an all-time high, it's awesome that you have a line that promotes body positivity, especially for our plus-sized women.
Miss Tìa, tell us about your brand and how you got started.
The name of my business is Bow & Company, where we sell only plus-size apparel. We represent body positivity. And what motivated me to get into this business is because within my community, I seen a post on social media asking, where can we get affordable clothing? We can't find anything. We're tired of looking like old women. Like, we want to, get out our shell. So I did some digging, and, I hopped in a couple of ladies' inboxes and was like, just give me time. Just wait on it. I promise you I got you. So I would say a couple of months later, after I seen that post, I just popped out with a video, and it was so unexpected because what I was known for previously was my hair bows and all this other stuff. So, now I represent, just coming out of the shell. Like, whenever a lady come to me and, she's self-conscious about herself, I always focus on points that they're not comfortable with. So if they come in my shop, or if they go online or they inbox me and they say, hey, I don't like my fupa, it's fine. That's what we're going to focus on. That's what you're going to show. And so, with me, radiating my energy to them, I kind of bring them out their shell, and they're actually like a different person, and they feel better about themselves. And that's what we're all about.
Miss Tìa, I can tell you're very passionate about your brand, and I really love that, and I can tell that people will gravitate towards that. So did you bring any products today to show us?
Well, why, yes, I did. I did bring in some products. So, with Bow & Company, we do a lot of things. So not only are we known for our plus-size clothes, but what actually got this started was my hair bows. So I'm very well known for my hair bows. I actually started this business actually on $50 in faith. I actually started making them. I went to Walmart, and just bought like $50 worth of ribbon, kind of self-taught myself how to make these particular type of bows. And I went live on Facebook one time and didn't sell anything. I'm not gonna lie, I did get a little bit discouraged, but I kept going. So the next time I went live on Facebook, I had a wall full of bows. Like, the whole wall was just full of bows behind me. And I sold all of those bows, all of them. And the people had me crying, but and so that's what kind of motivated me to keep going. And then, you know, I got a lot of other suggestions to do, you know, things like this here, where I, you know, customize shoes and things like that. So, you know, we do a lot of, you know, here at Bowen Company, we do a lot of stuff. So, you know, if you have some ideas, you know, feel free to, you know, just let me know, and I'm pretty sure I can make it.
Okay, Miss Tia, now tell the people where they can find you.
So yes, I'm all over social media. So if you want to find me on Facebook, you can find me at Tìa Moños. Also, you can find me on TikTok at Bow & Company. So if you're interested in any of our pieces, you can visit our website at www.bowandcompany.com.
Now let's go into commercial break and get these bills paid.
This is season 1, episode 6 of Circle Navigation. I'm your host, Ieshia Jordan. Health and wellness is a very important part of our everyday lives. Here on this show, we try to bring awareness with each episode, whether it be dietary, mental, or physical workouts. Here to elaborate more on this topic is one of my husband's personal friends who has been here on and off the set, Tony B.
So I see you have your products here. So tell us about your business.
All right. So first of all, I'm a life changer. I'm Coach Tony B, and I'm a life changer, right? Meaning I'm in the business of changing lives, mindset, and bank accounts. How about that, right? Sounds crazy, right?
Yes.
All in one. And this is how we do it. We do it with our products. So let's talk about changing lifestyle. First of all, we all put a lot of toxins in our body on a day. You know, we believe in health. Me personally, I'm a fitness trainer, so I'm deep in the health business. And I found the opportunity to come along and find products that can not only help you build up your immune system, but detox all the waste that's in your body.
I am Coach Danielle, and we are life changers. And about this tea, let me tell y'all, this tea is awesome.
Yes,
you
Lord.
hear me? This tea not only filters your blood, it detoxes all your internal organs,
Yes.
including your colon. And you guys know that is the #1 leading cause of death in African Americans.
Talk
Let
about
me just
it.
say that right there.
Talk about
and
it.
it also cleans out your large and your small intestine. So of course you're gonna use the bathroom, but it's only because you're detoxing. It's getting you clean.
Not like a regular laxative.
Yeah, not like that. Don't have that harshness that a laxative have. It actually, and when I say feel good
Yes,
after, you feel awesome. You know, when you look, when you feel good on the inside, it shows on the outside, you know. And okay, now let me speak on this Alleviate right
Don't you
here.
be shy
You
about
hear
it.
me? Baby, when I tell you, great. It's one of our top CBD products. Yes.
Yes.
Now, it's good for muscle ache,
Yes.
joint pain.
Yes.
If you, baby, when I say mega knees, put it on there, baby. You got the mega knees. You hear me?
Yes, Lord.
You know, it's good for arthritis. It doesn't have that aroma that Bengay and everything have. You know, that strong medicated. The smell is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. It's like a lavender smell to it, but it is great. And when I say an instant relief, it is instant. I absolutely love it. You
Yes.
hear me? He pulled the muscle in his back.
Yes.
I put it on there. I could say 5 to 10 seconds later,
That's right.
he was okay. You know, able to bend down, touch your knees and everything. Like
Matter of
this
fact,
is
we actually had a fitness
awesome.
session the next morning. Well, the company has been around, Total Life Changes has been around since the early 90s. It was founded by this genius called Jack Fallon over in Michigan. He was working for a manufacturer, and he got tired of just doing the 9-to-5 job. It wasn't working out for him at his age. So he wanted to try something new and in the area of, well, what I say, arena that would last forever. And what would last longer than health, right?
Right.
So he found a way that he can make residual income while helping people get healthy. So that comes down to now, this year, 2021, me, Coach Tony B, I'm about 6 months in, and I have been making residual income on the side. But guess what? I also have an opportunity to help other people.
You guys, I'm not making any medical claims, but I had COVID. And when I had COVID, I took these products. These products helped me to be able to get up out my bed. I was even able to get up and exercise, jog. I couldn't jog far, but I was able to get up and jog. That product right there, that NRG, this right here, a lifesaver, you know, because in the process of me having COVID, I was depressed, stressed, my anxiety was over the top, you guys, and I took this product, and when I say it's activated them happy cells, it activated the happy cells, it gave me the energy to be able to get up and interact with my family, even though I had to wear the mask, but I still was able to get up, interact with my family. I was able to get up and work out, exercise to keep my immune system built so that I could get through with COVID, because a lot of people didn't make it. So that's why we're recommending that a lot of people, you know, take these products. Like I said, I'm not making any medical claims, but I do want to let you guys know that these products are awesome.
And that concludes our health and wellness segment with Tony B, Danielle, and Rudy G.
It's definitely a pleasure having you guys on Circle Navigation. I can tell you guys are very passionate about your company, and I definitely love that. Now let's take it to commercial break so that we can get these bills paid.
Trainer here. We're at the Leroy Rogers Center. This is my class, Body Blast. Body Blast is a tribe of collective people that want to strive for more. We're here to encourage that. So this is the place that it happens. Chef Boy Cooking.
My name is Frank Adaway, and this is Circle Navigation. Today I've been asked to speak to Circle Navigation on the subject and topic of a very powerful but misunderstood man back in history that's not even known to most of the general public today, by the name of Mans-a Muse. Mans-a is not in particular a name, but it is a title. It means sovereign ruler. Musa, which is his name, was a part of the Mali people over in Africa a long time ago during the 14th century. He was a very wealthy man. He inherited the wealth from his uncle, for which he worked, and who was the king at first, and who he worked for as a lieutenant in his army and up under his government. This guy was so wealthy that he gave away probably more money than he had at the time of his death, which is estimated to be about $400 billion. I mean, some of these guys today, they can't even fathom that. In his quest for control of his people and to keep everything in order, he eventually converted to Islam. And Islam, as well as the other religions with Judaic characteristics, were used for objects to control populations of people. Even Rome used it very wisely, and even to this day, the Pope uses it. But anyway, Mans-a Muse, he used it to control the populations of people in order that he may keep his wealth intact during the times of trade. And trade became prominent during those days, because if he couldn't trade, he was not going to be able to stretch his wealth to propaganda his wealth. So he had to use those trade ways and trade with different populations of people and different ethnic groups of people in order to maintain his wealth. He was very, very, very creative with this. And this is how he managed to manifest so much wealth, even over his uncle's wealth that he had passed down to him. Probably the greatest aspect of Mans-a Muse's tenure was he lived during the days what we call the Dark Ages. And those Dark Ages were some trial and tribulation times for any group of people. Note that before the paternal era, which is before the Dark Ages, there was a maternal era, which means the women ruled. So in order for us to understand this first, women ruled even before Mans-a Muse became a king or became a sovereign sultan. We have to understand that the women's ruling of this planet was here before the man. That came with religion. They placed the man over the woman, when in actuality it was the woman over the man. It was a maternal universe, and it still is to this day. But we call it paternal. We put the man over it. We even aspects of God are placed into an aspect of masculine. He has to be a male, when in the beginning it was a female. Again, I'm Frank Adaway for Circle Navigation, and this concludes our Black History segment for today.
Welcome back to Circle Navigation. I am your host, JzeTai Briel Elliott. Today we'll be jumping into a segment about Black Voters Matter. We had the pleasure of joining Miss Melanie Laster, owner of South Tifton Learning Center, at the convention for the Black Voters Matter. Our nonprofit organization, QC Performing Arts, had the pleasure of joining Miss Melanie in a toy drive, in which we gave away free toys. They also gave away food and clothes to the community also. I want to give a very special shout out to Miss Melanie Laster for bringing the community together, especially during these times.
Welcome back from commercial break. I am your executive producer, Chris Fowler, and I want to thank everyone who's been holding us down while we've been doing the process of this show. This show, we will bring in different type of topics, such as technology, education, health and awareness, COVID-19 safety. We also want to talk about Black Voters Matters. We always educating people on our Black culture and where we are originally coming from with what we're doing. And now, with further ado, we like to go inside our hip-hop segment, Christopher Connor's Steve's Place.
Chef Boy Cooking.
Yo, what up, people? This is your boy Slade G, and welcome back to Circle Navigation. I am your host for the hip-hop segment, Steve's Place. And on today's segment, man, we're going to be chopping it up with that boy Superstar Yilza, man, straight out of Athens, Georgia.